echacha obi biara sabre ensem de ebi wo fie ha yensem no yemunra ensem no emu.
In the case of Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba, or a former NAFCO, CEO, following the case no and another court no sitting na oshe ni case na idea se ene the court no sitting no application na the Attorney General file the etia no ni nyina no 29th of June 2026 and court no rule se openye fe no Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba obetimi atu kwan na obetimi atu kwan no this start free 12 June 2026. So on the 12th June 2026 and Hanan Abdul Wahab or file initial application seeking permission from the court to travel abroad for medical care. So that was on the 12th. So on the 24th of June that same month, and the Attorney General's office almost file an affidavit opposing the travel request. So the acquire said court no ebetinasi on the 29th. Now you wait me decide say as to whether so be man ho kwan and I say on man ho kwan. The court no say on the 29th of June. And court no decided say and obema ho kwan na ne Hanan Abdul Wahab watimi to kwan yes or the permission atimi dia man na che say watimi atimi to kwan. So on the 5th of July 2026 and or try say o to kwan the akọ the UK or try so o to kwan the akọ UK say so and the state omo intercept arrest Hanan Abdul Wahab chere say omo ntimi mane nko and then considering the reasons omo de eba no chere say before say o to kwan no o share ni asset ni account ni de keka ho they have been frozen and then or try say or empty ni frozen account anunti and then the Attorney General say there be kwan ya wafa so ye ni omane de na kire say mo antini omane kwa anya de say betimi ayi omane kwa anya de say betimi. So from July 5th, July 6th, July 7th Hanan Abdul Wahab was detained and the authorities or more alleged said them kan no say ye na or ye ansa na what to kwan that is so try so be empty account in the keka ho na nti and then the option for omo etimi register ne akwantu a na kire say o2. So yes, the Attorney General's office and here ho na omo file a motion a omo say ne travel permission a court no de man no court no san hwem biem na ebe ya enka court ni revoke that travel permit. So court no the kan kwa sitina court no say obetina se na ne watimi aka na kire say bibia so atimi akose and then yes by ne day na court na atimi aka atimi ade awie court no ne ruling na ade abane ina say o hwe the Attorney General na asem a o kana na kire say enya de so obetimi age ade atum enti sabre no High Court has struck out the state motion as withdrawn and moved since the underlying travel order has already elapsed because O2 Kwan the court no emane say O2 Kwan on the 5th was a timer or the air corner I was say otimi returning by the 12th of July and as our deadline a court no e de man no sabre no e ade say deadline aso atwam enti court no kire say according to court no say the explicit deadline by which the court order required Abdul Wahab to return to Ghana it has expired. So I expired there naturally say see no that particular application the Attorney General file there but naturally say ohwemu na so ogitum ne de oka ne dia enya de say ebetimi ayi enya de say ebetimi so say na neomasi ekoye ebra ene the court no ekwa asetena and I think say yes it is a good one for Hanan Abdul Wahab but then of course I dare say on the 20th court no be sa kwa asetena regarding the defense and also the counsel for the defense also application on my file say be ya any charges e dia bo ne client no ne court no nke ne on hwe ne omubuntu mu na se bibia so se ni na wo ho no ma court no e be kan but then for now this is the update elusion for akayen sa sabre ye confirm atimi edi amount ye be koso adi akire se the America no ye be koso adi akire na ya hwe se the nyoma ebesi akọ ebekoso adi akire ahwe se the nyoma ebesi akọ from here said the American on the 20th court no ebesa akọ asesina court no kwa asetina court no ewo nyoma bia eho no ade se obeka ho asem but then with respect to all we nyina no ade se as we speak as reported by lawyer Godfrey Odame or tell say Hanan Abdul Wahab ne passport no still na no ewo the state eho no hu die ntia ewo se omo etimi ekips nipa na itu kwan na wa ma na anko na tell say wa o se or try say obe empty na account na nkoyi na tell say o de akoda en court de keka ho a sisi an court carry dia na osusu se o se omotimi return e de brand na tell say bibia so no etimi ekoso ebekoso de akire yes ne ne case de ebekoso bia ne na ni update ebe drop bia no ye behwe na mu nkire mu nyina no yetimi e de abram but then for now you go into other stories na ehwe on so nsema ewo ho.
And then when they come, the defense counsel will ask them questions, and he will be hoping that in asking them these questions, they will be dislodging the matters that have already been put before the court by the prosecution's witness. When defense counsel asks those questions, the prosecution is allowed also to cross-examine. In fact, there's a third level to it. If you ask your examination in chief and there's cross-examination, you can request the court that at the end of the cross-examination, you want to ask more questions, and that's called re-examination. So let's get that facts together. I'm going to show you what is happening in the Dubois case, and you will be completely blown away, viewers. Let's move on. Now, there are two things that we need to learn today before we move on. Yeah, it's about the standard of proof. So when you go to court and they say you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt, what is the proof that this, where is the evidence that all that conversation is about the proof of the matter. PROOF, proof of the matter. So there's something called the standard of proof. The standard of proof investigates what should be the level, how much should we prove, what is the burden. We should, if we say that Paul Adamotri visited Professor Jenano Opoku-Agyeman yesterday, assuming that is a crime, and we want to establish it, to what extent should we establish that? Should we be able to have a photograph of Paul Adamotri standing in Jenano Opoku-Agyeman's house? Should we also add trace his phone so that the GPS will show on his phone that the phone was actually in Jenano Opoku-Agyeman's house? That may not be a complete proof that he was there with the phone, but if we can go ahead to see that he made a call at 9 o'clock and he spoke on the phone, and at that time the GPS showed that the phone was in Professor Jenano Opoku-Agyeman's house, then we are getting somewhere. So the standard of proof is, to what extent should we prove that this happened or that didn't happen? So standard of proof. This is from Black's Law Dictionary, so you can always check. It's a law dictionary called Black's Law Dictionary. You can just Google it and find out. The standard of proof is the level of certainty and the amount of evidence required to prove a claim in court. It dictates how convincing the evidence must be for a judge or jury to decide in favor of one party over the other. And this is the important part. The standard of proof dictates how convincing the evidence must be for a judge or jury to decide in favor of one party or the other. So the standard of proof is by and large legislated upon. So what is the standard of proof? And what the courts and the Anglo-American common law have done is that they have just separated the standard of proof into one standard of proof for civil cases and another standard of proof for criminal cases. So let's get there and find out where we are. Okay, so this is the standard of proof for civil cases. What is a civil case, by the way? A civil case is the one that doesn't involve the government and the attorney general. It doesn't involve the police. The attorney general can also sue in a civil action, yeah, but normally when we say a civil case, it's between one Ghanaian and another. It could be one foreigner who has right to practice business in Ghana and he's angry with something he's suing. So two civilians, two individuals, no one is calling police to arrest anyone. Criminal cases are different. Criminal cases are prosecution by the state against an individual, and the state is involved because one individual has reported to the state that another Ghanaian or some foreigner who has to be in Ghana has done something against me, that's something that he has done against me, you will find it in the Criminal Offences Act. There is a document called the Criminal Offences Act where all prohibitions have been listed. So if you go to the Criminal Offences Act, which is Act 29 of 1960, but as amended, you will find one, they say stealing, they define it. This, they define it, defrauding by false pretenses. So if the action that has happened can be found in the Criminal Offences Act, you are free to go and report to the police that this person has stolen my money. The police will prosecute. That's criminal prosecution. So this is the civil one. On the balance of probabilities, what does it mean? It is the standard of proof used in civil court cases. It means that a claim is more likely to be true than not to be true, or that there is a greater than 50% chance that the event occurred. And I like the way they put it. So in civil matters, I'm suing Professor Jenano Pokwajiman, or I'm suing Kwesi Pratt, or Kweku Bako is suing somebody, or somebody is suing Haruna Atta or something. If individuals are suing each other, what they are expected to do in court is that they would have to show that there is a greater than 50% chance that happened. So when the judge is looking at the evidence, he's trying to see whether there's a more than 50% chance that happened. So for instance, a case against a civil matter where Paul Ademochi has been sued